All right, so we are going to create a sculpture with open forms. We'll need glue stick, pencil, ruler, and a colored piece of paper. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to draw a line just right on the edge of the paper with our ruler, the thickness of the ruler, just a straight line like that, and that is the only reason we need our ruler. So everybody go ahead and do that now. Okay, and after you have drawn your line, please write your name right next to your line here, like that. I'll give everybody about 45 more seconds to finish that. Ryan and Logan, I need you to stop talking. There's no reason in the world you should be talking right now. Okay. Now I want you to do this along with me. So everybody look up here. What you're going to do is you're going to take the edge of your paper and you're going to fold it, and you got to do this you got to make sure you get in the right place, okay? You're going to fold it to the line. So fold your paper to the line you just drew, not to the edge of the paper, to the line you just drew. And everybody should have that done by the time I get to 0 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Look back up here. We're going to take the edge of the paper again. Make sure you hold it down so that it won't shift on you, because we're going to fold it again to that line we just drew. And everybody should be done with that by the time I get to 0 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please check your neighbor to make sure both you and your neighbor have done the same thing. If maybe somebody's done this differently, they might have done it wrong, or you might have done it wrong. Let's make sure we got that going. Okay, and everybody look back up here. The next fold we're going to make is to take that flap and fold it over so this is like an envelope. It kind of looks like an envelope. We're going to fold it over that paper, just like an envelope folds over, or an envelope. Some people call it an envelope, some people call it an envelope. Tomato, tomato. And everybody should have that fold done by the time I get to 0 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Open it all back up now. Now, look up here. We have one fold going the wrong direction. So take that fold and fold it going this way so that it will fold into a rectangular prism. So it goes from being like a little mountain here, fold it going, this last fold, the one furthest from the line, fold the opposite direction. Then open it up, and now that, yep, just like that. Okay, and everybody put their papers down and look up here. Look up at the screen, please. Now we use glue stick because it dries very quickly. When it dries, it is not very thick, so we can easily cut into it. What we're going to do, and I want you guys, don't take your glue sticks yet. I'm going to show you two things here before you go. No, stop moving, and watch. Wait until I say go. All right, you're going to take your glue stick, and you are going to glue stick just inside this little space we created. Wait until I say go. Okay, seriously, put your hands in your lap. Put your hands in your lap. Cap your glue stick and put your hands in your lap. Look at the screen. Do not move until I say the word go. Really? Okay, I'm going to start over again since I'm going to have to cut the last 3 minutes there. Okay, so we're going to take our glue stick and we are just going to glue stick right inside that space in between the edge of the paper and our line. And then you fold over at the middle point. So it's just the half. Glue that down. And then you're going to see that you have now made a rectangular prism. Okay? So go ahead and make a rectangular prism. I just need to use the purple one. No, that's not what I should Okay, now everybody put their rectangular prisms down so that they're not distracting. Put your hands in your lap. Logan, I'm about ready to put you over here next to me. If you need to. You can't handle sitting next to your peers without talking to them. You can have a special seat right here. You need a special seat right here? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create those open forms. Put your hands back in your lap. Don't touch your prisms. Stop it. Gwen, hands in your lap. Okay. So the way we do this is we kind of pinch it like this and we cut shapes. And you can cut geometric or organic shapes. I'm just going to cut, and really, actually, it's more like lines. You're not really cutting shapes, you're cutting lines that become shapes. So I just cut 2 straight lines. You guys can see that. And then what you do is you push it in the opposite direction. Whoa. And give it a little pinch, and give it a little pinch, and you can even fold it to give it a really good pinch, and you get that open form. So it's all about cutting lines. So like I said, you can cut organic lines or geometric lines. So here's more of an organic line. And I'm going to cut a line inside these lines. I'm going to cut a little line in there. And I'm going to cut, now be careful that you don't, when you cut, what would happen if I cut that?
You're going to cut it and it's going to fall out.
Exactly. If I cut it like that, it would fall out. So be careful when you cut that you don't complete it into a shape. If you do want a triangle, you need to kind of go the opposite direction than you would think, like that. Now, I cut all of my lines here, and I can fold it the opposite direction, the other way. Some people are still touching their rectangular prisms, they need to stop. Now, when I cut my next lines, I need to be careful that I don't cut into these first ones. So I'm going to fold my rectangular prism here, and when I cut, I want to make sure I don't go all the way over here, right? I don't want to go all the way over there because I cut that whole thing out. So then I would cut a shape. I cut a shape, or not a shape, excuse me, a line. I cut another line. Maybe I cut a line inside a line inside a line. And then, we'll hang it on until the end. Then, pinch it. And see what happens when you cut these lines inside of lines is you can make them go in a pattern like this, which makes it look pretty awesome. So when you fold these, you're going to be folding them in a pattern. So you cut your lines first, and then you fold them in a pattern. So backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. This one would be backwards. See, so this middle one in there would be backwards, forwards, or backwards, forwards, and then this back here would be backwards. Now, if I don't want to end with a backwards, I'm going to do that. Now, what's also cool about this sculpture, like all sculptures, you could see it from multiple angles, including this way. So when we take our picture for Artsonia, you can choose to take your picture looking like this, or looking like this. If you do a picture like this, either way you're going to have it on a black piece of paper, and you'll take your picture either going this way, like this, or this way. Okay? So, then, of course, I would go to my next corner here, and I would start cutting out more lines, and that would make more spaces and shapes. All right, I'm going to continue to finish mine, but you may go ahead and get your scissors and start. Questions? Logan, do you still have a question for me? Yes.
If I was going to cut a shape like that, can I cut it out? Or no, you're not cutting anything.
You don't cut anything out. There will be no scrap paper for this. Now, I just had my sixth graders check these boxes, so everybody should have a pair of scissors, and all the boxes should look pretty awesome. John doesn't have a pair of scissors? Every table should have 4 pairs of scissors. Does any table have more than 4 pairs of scissors? You had 5, and you had 5.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You had 9 pairs of scissors?
Yes.
Okay, bring any extra pairs of scissors I want you guys to put on the supply table over there, please.
How do you make a shed one?
You should have 4 pairs.
Recording.
Okay, so then you. I know, but I'm going to do the fast forward music at this point, so I'll take away all of the sound. Yeah. car symbol. How do you make chevron? I don't know what you mean.
Like the pattern.
You are supposed to cut on every side. Okay, so there is my completed one and what it looks like inside. Guys, if you want to look at the screen, there's my completed one when it standing up looking straight down, and there it is on its side like that.